you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Aye, all their fancy silks stained red.
So what do I owe the honour? So, will it be? No scratches, right? That it? Fine.
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece.
The battle cries of dread one die, in ruin lies less, as shrinks the glim, so spirits dim, unanswered call, a prayers.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
There's talk of these skies driving men mad. Most of the hideaways on edge.
I trust you.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. It's not true. We've lost so... Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? I don't mean to be gloomy. They need all the help. Here you go. Always something in there.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their ride.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one?
It would. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashyyyk out her gates and talk of monster.
And don't forget Dalimil. Loop.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. And even if I could get, which means...
Chill enough.
Let them know we're on.
Sid! Should I be worried?
Jill,
All lies, I'm sure.
your Stolas said that...
Indeed. Any idea where they... The desert's a big place, but the fact...
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the I've tried reasoning with it.
Perhaps we...
What makes you think that...
What makes you...
She makes a fair... Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men. We hire mercenaries and have...
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like We're better off using that coin to buy food, and you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
I was about to ask you the same.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to...
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. It's these accursed scars or an entire...
We're still working on the scar. Perhaps we can find it.
I hope so.
So, you see? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and would have left to smolder. That
My thoughts exactly. Both sides wish to protect their homes and...
And if there's one thing bandits...
What would Sid the...
well, he'd let them choose for themselves.
That sounds like a
recipe. While it's plain neither Conrad nor... It may still be possible to make... Before
And that would...
To pool our resources and say...
When all...
It appears we... Victor, pay Conrad a visit.
As you wish.
Don't worry. Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he mean?
Picture it, Conrad.
Find more supplies. We might as well scatter seeds or a rat.
Here she is. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane? Command...
A pleasure, my lady.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here.
Victor says you told that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystal's crack. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. You know of the 7 high houses. Granted, we have a few boys left.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot... that a band of beardless youths could better have...
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who...
I can't believe that, actually.
Conrad's not what you call... And there's a reason why I had you do the talking.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not to be trifled with.
My shop? Why would anyone do that?
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
I mean, it may still be possible.
All this after the last sellswords we paid for proved themselves such reliable souls. You'd have us throw good gill after bad.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of...
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my...
Lubor says that not only are the...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the cities. It is only a matter of time.
It is worse than I thought. And while I applaud your endeavors to... Which means that now, more than if our humble town is to endure not only this...
All right, if it will help to protect my home. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it... Now, my scouts should be returning...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have some... With time.
Time no longer appears to...
I take it your scout...
Technically, it would be the bandits who found all of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2...
Very well.
The rest, my friend, stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith.
Then it will be for us.
I thought...
We'll hold them all.
And we...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us. Too slow.
Nice try.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should have.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not...
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved up.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it the plan worked. Granted, it only took an army of...
Calm now, Victor. We are you. As for you, I'll take that.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
I can hardly lift my arms. The curse, it's...
You just need some rest. I'll stay in with you. If you'd like, that is.
The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago. The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart...
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up. The rest are still down there now. And while we had... What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd know. Where I need you is to let the men know you come to...
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Ambrosia won't help me here. Good girl.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place...
You are mistaken. We're here by
How do you know my...
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left early.
Did he? Take your wounded... Martha will see your...
And to think you took them...
When did Wade and his men...
Not long after Rosalith fell. They were making ready to leave just as the sky...
Martha! The scouting party's almost at the lift. And they've got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about...
You look after everyone here.
I will.
My brother. How do? Take care out there, eh?
Mad dogs, a lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still... But what about... I didn't... Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
You're finished.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't...
And yet again, you...
I see you're all...
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down East Pool.
A second...
Feel like...
Always.
Jill and I will make for East. You'll need to move the
Don't you worry.
The moment my men are...
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there. My brothers need me.
Come on. They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
You're finished.
Do you see any more?
No.
But it won't be long before...
Then we make for...
What did you find out there?
The same as...
Well, wherever they came from, hopefully we'll...
How many?
Oh, damn.
It was a hard-fought victory. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a...
What do you say, Martha?
Well...
My lord, there's someone... Oscar? It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother... Well, go on, then. It's not for me to... Yes. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the...
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor, and I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me.
But a squire...
Would that really be... You were a squire once?
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the
I saw
wall.
it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
Four left for more in the captain's orders.
God help us.
I can't do it.
I can't. But you can. You must.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but they've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for and protect them I shall. Because in case you have forgot, but more than that, they are your sisters, so you have a choice.
She speaks the truth, you know, this here.
What we have left...
Not if we don't ask it. I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you. The way the survivors speak of them, one would... And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing... it...
Did you see the
creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went...
Do you remember...
on the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right.
You're a pikeman.
I've got family and more. And a pack of them...
Leave that.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I truly...
I assume you have a plan? We need to find out...
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Ready, girl?
That'll do, girl.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
No. Save your strength. It's over.
There are always more. You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, isn't that right?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most...
It's not the most self... Now me, I never needed convincing. I become the people I love, include the ones standing before me. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish, but it has soul.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends sang. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you. Even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be...
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Seems the highways.
Blasted book. Here, you put me in this
Are
situation.
you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you very much. You remember Ivan's stew? So I thought I'd try making one of these.
It wasn't as straightforward.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen.
I've never been one. So,
A fried mortress of sky recipe. Only.
Eva,
What?
fan.
You.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid,
I can certainly try.
it's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight. My first thought was that they'd taken them off, which almost certainly means they had it.
Perhaps of it.
I don't like to imagine they were.
Look,
The young man did a wonderful...
that's actually why I'm here.
So now,
Dragon liver.
one would have... I believe the...
So we know where to...
Saint's bonnet in contemporary. I gather, I may add...
Meaning?
Best of luck and...
Trouble with your gear, or fretting about us guys? Unless, that is, you do what you need to do, Clive.
What am I going? But no more.
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know. No, I think now.
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. But she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd...
Don't worry.
You'll let me know what she said?
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly as...
You're...
What exactly are you? Not once in 5 long...
just...
Oh.
All I know is that someone in...
And what? You believe... Look. I've done things, but that woman...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt.
No. I reckon you've got...
Of course.
Still alive, are you? Thought you knew better than to put... The whole realm's in... as the old say. Coin purse weighing you down. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. While it sounds like...
Oh, I knew none. But why would people say she was?
No, but people do things...
Well, that trader, he's... So that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that...
Oh, well...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop!
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss...
Sid!
It's not a set.
No.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We
Just like Miss Middledol.
Miss Middledol? And why would you...
Because that's the only way to become...
Miss Middledol said. The best...
Well, then your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the...
You three need to learn to take responsibility. So let's have a look at these parts with... All right. Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, you already know one of the pieces. This is called the arm. Why do you...
You're right. And
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid?
I'll think about...
hold things. So wait, maybe this...
Good thinking. This tiny piece is what's called...
I have. Miss Middledol.
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful.
I remember the arm moved.
Not my fault.
We know what part's supposed to.
Not a bad idea. These round parts are called the...
I do. Molly used that. These aren't for frying bangers. But what if I wanted to...
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts,
I think we've got it.
then here's what we'll do.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it.
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. And then the arms hold the pans by the chain.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, with...
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. We're Miss Middledol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah. Hair.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledol and Miss Shut.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no,
Thankfully she won't, although I was the one who...
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them following...
I see. Sid.
She told me it was because her study...
No, it isn't. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, but that should come as no surprise.
Which explains... She's working to give them a better life.
Oh, you've given them far... If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should brush up on some of them myself.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
finished.
Come on.
Have care.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Enough of you, are there?
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with the blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You deserve a rest. You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp. There's a village, not... It's only a map. We can't let...
I'll go.
Thank you.
Rest well, Salt. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time. Too slow.
Someone there! Please! I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
Is...
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe, thank... You seem familiar.
You must have...
Wait.
Son of a whore. I was there! In Costness when you killed my brothers! I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander!
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
Fine. If you insist.
For Tyson!
You're in no fit state.
And this should be easy.
For what? The sins of your master.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You...
Man.
I am nothing. Like you. Just know.
Let's go. Faster! All right.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
No need to ride from here.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Welcome, welcome. Go safely.
My Lord Marquis, It is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The King! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.